Here we go. It's football time, babies. Not
Yes, sir.
gonna do the song this time because don't feel like it.
That's
So who
fine.
who won last week's? Because we had the two games or one game, I think, right?
I think we had Lions and Ravens, right?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Lions won 38-30. I had some
yeah.
blow-ups this week, so you might just catch up.
Yeah, I'm at 12 and you're at 17 after that. So all right, man. So the Seahawks at the Cardinals, I'm assuming, is the first one.
hmm
Okay. I had Seahawks at 12, you had Seahawks at 10, so not a lot of room. Cardinals win.
Seahawks by 3.
Oh shoot.
It's
Old point
23-20.
old point for Jakey Poo. Vikings at Steelers. I already know this one. We bet against Aaron Rodgers and we fucking lost.
We lost, yeah. That was the international game. That was in Dublin.
Oh man. Aaron Rodgers was pretty excited. He could say his penis was Dublin. Okay. Commanders versus Falcons. We both said Commanders. You said by 10. I said by 3.
An upset. Falcons won 34-27.
Man, we're both doing shitty this week. Chargers versus the Giants. Both said Chargers. I said by 12. You said by 14.
An upset. Giants won 21-18.
You really suck, man. Uh, Titans versus Texans.
This was an embarrassment of a game. Texans won, get this, Casey, 26-0.
Nice. I said +8. JJ Watt never fails. And you said +3. So that was my win. Eagles, the Buccaneers. I saw this one.
Yep,
The old Bucks lost, sadly.
yep, Eagles won 31-25.
That's a point for Casey because I said Eagles by 3. It looked like it was a fucking blowout for a bit, and then they kind of came back, right?
As they always do. That's the Mayfield magic, baby.
Yeah. Just need to maybe play that way the whole game, and they wouldn't have lost. Panthers versus Patriots, the game of the peas. I said,
Patriots. Sorry, go ahead.
we both said Patriots. I said by 10. You said by 14.
Patriots won 42-13. So
Damn.
that'd be a me point.
Yep. Saints, Bills. We both said Bills. You said 13. I said 24.
That's a Jake point. They won 31-19.
Oh man. Guess Drew Brees was doing something that game.
Yeah, watching from his couch.
Browns, actually, it was my couch. He was hanging out with me this weekend. Browns
Nice.
versus Lions. I said Lions 38. You said Lions 14.
And Lions won 34-10. I believe that's a me point.
Alrighty. I'm not going to do the math. I'm taking your word for it. So the Jags versus the 49ers, or the way my handwriting makes it look, the Jays versus the 19ers. But we both said 49ers. I said by 9. You said by 14.
Another crazy upset. Jags won 26-21.
Damn.
But you know what? Good for them.
Yeah. I think I know this one. This is a sad one. Colts versus Rams. You had Rams, I had Colts, and our alma mater took it, right?
Yep, Rams 27-20. Close game though. Close game.
I'm gonna throw out my Indiana Jones poster that I had made special because they fucking lost. Bears versus Raiders. I said Raiders by 3. You said Bears by 30. Bears by 1, correct?
Correct. 25-24. Did you
Nice.
see how it ended?
No.
So Raiders march down the field. They're in kicking range. Bears block the field goal.
Ooh, Big Bobby Lane style.
It was so fucking cool, dude. I was I was there on the couch. I was like, it's over. We fucking suck. They threw the game. And then they came in from the side and blocked the field goal. And I was like,
Yeah.
this is the best team ever.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Ravens versus Chiefs. You had Ravens by 10. I had Chiefs by 8. I'm pretty sure the Chiefs won because
they
fuck
did.
Edgar Allan Poe. Okay.
37-20. Dude, I don't get it. The Ravens are a good team and they've lost two in a row. I'm not
I
sure what's
saw
going on.
I saw a stat where it's like their the amount of points they score in a game is like first in the league or like top three or whatever. And then like the amount they allow is like the bottom, 32. Like they allow so many damn points. It's like, well,
Hmm.
you're not gonna win that way. Packers versus Cowboys. I know this one too. It was a draw.
Draw at 40 points.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
And then the Jets versus Dolphins. I really hope the Jets just like went on the Dolphins' back and then we got a new team that was the Dolphin Jets. But I had the Dolphins by 3, you had Jets by 3.
Dolphins won
Hell
27-21.
yeah. And then Bengals versus Broncos. We both had Broncos. You had them by 10, I am by 8.
Jake Point. Broncos won 28-3.
Damn. Okay, man. Week 5.
What's that put us at? What's our tally?
Oh, 16 for Casey, 24 for Jake.
All right, hanging on. Hanging
Yeah,
on. Week 5. First game we got Thursday night game this week is the 49ers and the Rams. This is tough. This is tough. Could go either way.
going Rams. Ramming it in for +7.
Kind of want to say Rams too, but for the sake of it, I'll say 49ers also by 7.
Original pick.
Then we got Vikings versus the Browns.
I mean, we gotta go Vikings, right?
Gotta go Vikings. I'll say by 10.
All right. 10. I'll say 12.
Okay. Cowboys at the Jets.
Cowboys.
Yeah, I gotta go Cowboys here.
All right. So I'll say +3.
I'll go 7.
Okay.
Giants at the Saints.
Saints
Yeah, going Saints by 10.
+10. I'm gonna go +20. I don't have faith in the old Giants. Drew Brees is gonna
Man,
kill them.
geez, I don't know if you saw this, probably not because you don't really follow football. But surely you know the name. Jesus Christ, and it just left me.
You don't even know the name, and you
I
follow
don't.
the sport.
I know. Um, well, his first name's Russell, and I keep wanting to default to Westbrook,
Is it
but
Wilson? Because that's a
it's
person, right?
yes, it's Russell Wilson, and they
Okay.
both start with W's. Uh, so he was their starter. They benched him for their rookie, and then this week he announced his retirement.
Oh,
It's like
damn.
you hate to see him go out that way,
Yeah.
but anyway. All right, next we got Raiders at the Colts.
I'm gonna go Colts by. Oh, are you going Colts too?
Yeah,
Okay. I'm gonna say by 14.
by 7.
Nice. Have you seen, speaking of his sports, have you seen the pictures of Zion Williamson for this year?
Hmm.
People are like, oh, he's gotten skinny, now he's gonna be good. But I'm like, he needed some of that beef. Like I was always one of those ones where I'm like, yeah, he needs to lose weight, but now it's like It's
Think
like,
you went too far?
yeah, because it's like the way he played, it's just he would put his elbow into people, move them out of the way, and then dunk on them. You're not doing that unless it's like he's all muscle now, but he looks like he's a lot of bone and skin, not not as much muscle.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, he's fun to watch when he's healthy.
Hmm.
He's never healthy. So
Yeah.
I don't know that it matters because he's just gonna get hurt again.
I'm not convinced he's gonna get hurt though. I have faith that the weight's off of him, so he won't be. I just don't think he's gonna be as good, like
Hmm.
near as good.
Yeah. All right, we got Dolphins at the Panthers.
I'm gonna go Dolphins.
I'm going Panthers because I have a little insider info, and by that I
Uh-oh.
mean I have the ESPN app. The Dolphins' star receiver Tyreek Hill dislocated his knee tonight, and there's just no way he's going to be back for this game.
Oof.
So, and both teams kind of suck, so I'm going to give the edge to the Panthers, and I'll say by 3 points.
Since we're doing different ones, I'm gonna go really fucking crazy. Dolphins by 1,000. Because the Panthers are gonna be
1,000
like,
to 0.
yeah, no, it's gonna be 3,005 to
Okay.
1,005. It's a high scoring affair.
Yeah, fair enough.
Or 2,005, not 1,005. That'd be ridiculous. Winning by 2,000 points?
Yeah, I wasn't going to say anything. Broncos at the Eagles.
How funny would it be if the Broncos mascot was a Ford Bronco and not a horse?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Eagles. I was listening to ESPN radio the other day and they were talking them up really good. So I'm like, yeah, Eagles got it by 8.
Oh, really? They were talking up the the latest winners of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they're like these Eagles are pretty good. I'm like, words right out of my mouth, guys.
Yeah. I'm also going Eagles. I'll say by 10.
Alrighty.
Texans at the Ravens.
Oh, you already know where I'm going.
You know where I'm going too.
Texans, JJ Watt time.
Edgar Allan Poe's Ravens
Oh, damn.
by 14.
Okay, this is gonna be another I'm gonna say 58,000 for the Texans.
Good Lord. Okay.
JJ Watt is gonna fucking destroy them.
Okay. We'll see. We've got the Titans at the Cardinals. I feel like
Well,
my faith in the Titans has tanked after this week, so I'm gonna go Cardinals.
yeah, I just can't choose a baseball team to win a football game, so I'm going Titans. Make that joke every week, and I love it every time. 20.
3.
Okay.
Buccaneers at the Seahawks. You know my pick.
Yep. You got the old Seahawks.
No.
Oh,
And I'll say by 10.
I'm gonna go +3 for the Buccaneers. No, I'll say +6.
Okay. The Lions at the Bengals. Battle of the Big Cats.
Going Lions.
Yeah, I'm going Lions by 20. And that might
All
be
right.
low.
Then I'll say by 23.
Ooh. You know, it could work in your
Oh,
favor.
Ocho Cinco is gonna have a terrible game.
Okay. Commanders at the Chargers. I think that'll be a pretty good game, honestly.
Yeah. The C game. I'm gonna go Chargers +16.
think the Chargers probably will win, but I'll just go opposite of you. I'll say Commanders by 3.
1,000?
No. Yeah,
Okay.
fucking why not? Patriots at the Bills.
Billiards by 10.
Bills by 12.
It'd be
And
really
finally,
fun if the Bills were like Bill Burr, Bill Belichick, and other famous Bills instead of like an actual football team. They,
Buffalo Bill.
there you go. Um, other ones too. I just can't think of any.
What was that? Wild Bill. Uh,
Hiscock.
yeah, his cock. That's right. Okay, final game. Chiefs at the Jaguars.
Gonna go Chiefs because you don't make Taylor Swift sad. So by 6.
Going Chiefs by 10.
All right. We'll see
Okay.
who wins.
Indeed.
The loser has to get either a Chicago Bear tattoo on their back or a Colt tattoo on their back.
Does it have to be back? Because I would get a Bears tattoo. I just don't want it on my back.
Well, it's gonna be about yay big. And you would get the
Oh my
Colt.
gosh.
You get the Colt,
Oh no, I can't agree to that.
yeah. And then I get the bear.
My dad would disown me.
Well, he better not look at your back. How often are you shirtless in front of your dad?
Okay, not often, but he would be able to sense it, I think.
Oh, man. So, really quick, I was listening to before I got on here, the Athletic does this daily podcast and they're talking about every single team and they're talking about the Bucks right now. And I'm like, as I was listening, it's like, man, sounds like they are gonna go point Giannis route. That's what so it's like that could work or it could just blow up in their fucking faces.
hmm
So we'll see, but it's just like, man. They're just gonna like have everyone else at the 3 point line. Like when on the offensive end, it just sounds like everyone's at the 3 point line and Giannis is just gonna be running in.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't, it's not like, when they won the championship, they had Chris, they had Bryn Forbes, no matter what you think of him,
Yeah, I mean,
they
it's
had
like
Kyle,
with
what was his name? Um, he like retired right after that, was known Corver.
oh yeah.
So they had some shooters then, but we'll see.
The thing that annoyed me though with this is like the dude that was talking because he's like covered the Bucks for forever. He really fucking downplayed like Drew and Chris. Like he's like, yeah, when they won the championship, like Giannis had to do the most. They built the team around him. And like, sure, Drew would do a little bit, like of setting stuff up, and like Chris could make some shots. I'm like, dude, you guys wouldn't have won a championship without Drew because he could actually lock people down. Because
Or
before,
Chris.
yeah, exactly. And it's like, and there's one or two games where Giannis got hurt, and then somehow he fucking took a goddamn sensu bean and got better. But those games, like Chris saved your guys' ass. So it's like. Yeah, I was
Dude,
like, you're downplaying them way too much.
like once a week, I think about that game where they inbounded to Chris at the buzzer, and he's like nearly half court and sinks it for them to go
Yeah.
on. It's like I love that shit. I will
So
I've always spoken highly of Chris, devastated when they lost him. He was absolutely essential.
and
That was like the three-headed monster for that team.
and then like with Chris too though, with like I think the most impressive part is like I'm pretty sure he was like a late second round pick.
Hmm,
Like that makes it all the more impressive.
for sure. He he will have his jersey retired
He better.
Absolutely. Like no questions
Yeah.
asked.
It's like to me, like we talked about this already, but it's like Giannis, no shit. Chris deserves it. And then it's like you can make the argument for Drew and fucking Brooke both. Bryn gets a statue. No, but like I think Bobby Portis is like the one like is like the fringe one where it's like the people in Milwaukee love that fucking guy
Hmm.
so much. So like I could see it happening, but
I think he needs a little bit more time there, and then it's
yeah.
probably a given.
You
You
think
forgot about Bucks legend Tony Snell.
oh that's true. And then they just re-signed fucking Giannis's brother. It's like I remember people making fun of Giannis so much when he did that fucking "we need to be better" thing, and then they're like, they put your shitty brother on this team. Like maybe they should cut him and put a good player in his place. It's like all he does is wave a towel around. Like that's his job on this team, and
Sometimes you need a vibes guy.
yeah, I mean that's why the Nuggets have DeAndre Jordan because he can't do anything else besides the fun handshakes at the beginning.
Well, you can't argue that Thanasis brings some energy that other people do not bring. I'm not saying he's essential. I'm just saying he brings the team some energy. He's very
I,
enthusiastic.
he's a fucking nepo baby if I've ever seen one.
But it's like he's not he's not taking like big time dollars away from that team to sign like another star. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I know, but man, they could have got a young guy to take a chance on him, but now it's like, nah, let's go with the guy that we know what he can do, which is barely dribble.
They don't have him for his skill.
I know.
He's there to keep Giannis happy, and you got to keep him happy.
Yeah.
So
Giannis is like, I want a good contending team. My brother needs to be on it too, though. They're like, those don't work together. Your brother sucks.
hey, they won a championship with him on the
That's
team.
true. He had a lot to do with it too.
Hmm. Someone's got to come in that last 40 seconds when they're up by 30, you know.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this thing. It's
Yeah.
late. We could
Yeah.
be talking about basketball for a long time. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Two Worlds Podcast. I'm Jake, and with me, as always, is the Electro to my Daredevil. It's Casey. What's up, buddy?
Nothing much, man. What's up with you?
Not much. We're on the late night shift tonight. You boys in full harvest mode.
Yeah. I'm still dirty. I haven't even got a shower yet.
Ew.
Yeah. I pooped outside today too, so that was fun. Like I had to go really bad and I was waiting on mom because like how I told you about the break, getting really hot. I called mom to bring some like ice water so we could dump on it so it doesn't like warp. And while I was waiting on her, I'm like, I have to go so bad. There's a cornfield. It's like got my shop towels. I'll just take those and drop a couple logs. And I just went and did that.
Was the corn still up?
Yeah.
Oh, is
Yeah.
shouldn't that be harvested by now?
I mean, our corn was later, so we're cutting beans right now. Our corn was later, and it was like this field when we tested it late last week, it was at like 22%, and you wanted it at about 13% or 13, 14% moisture. So ours is still too wet.
I
Some
gotcha.
guys are some guys are picking 30% corn and putting it in the dry, using propane on it, but I'm like, me and dad are both like it. Corn's like $3 right now. We're not gonna pay extra money for propane when it's that much, when
Hmm.
you're barely getting anything for it.
Yeah. for sure. And there you go, folks. You're learning stuff about farming that you never knew before. That's what we bring to
Yeah.
the table.
I mean, you're the farm captain for sure,
Mhm.
man.
And you know a lot about running a retail store. So there
I
you go.
know. It's like diamond sucks.
You sound like a pro. All right, we do have two comments from last week's video, both from Mr. Gerbalaw. First one says, "You ought to know by now. You ought to know by now. I'm already a big Billy Joel fan." I'm
Yep.
assuming he's quoting a song.
Yep. You ought to know that by now. Come on.
And the other one says, "For my Fantastic Four, I'm going with Thor as DJ Meow Meow. He drops the beat like a hammer." Like that. That's good.
Hell yeah.
The Thing as MC Rock Hard. Everybody likes him because he's the thing, but nobody likes his taste in music, especially at the club. And we got J. Jonah Jameson as J Cubed. Anyone with pics of Spider-Man gets in for free. And he says to drive home the joke, Billy Joel as MC Incombustible because he didn't start the fire.
Hell yeah.
So there we go. I like those. Very good, Nick. Appreciate you chiming in as always.
I would 100% would go to a club that's got Billy Joel as their DJ too.
He just doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah. He just has like
Where's the
a
piano go?
yeah, he just has like a fucking really shitty DJ remix of Piano Man. It's like play us the song The DJ Man, and he's just like it's him just saying everyone in the bar is fucking stupid, just like in that song. It's like this bar is full of fucking losers. That's like basically the song is just him roasting people. Like I like to think they're listening to it and like this guy's a dick.
Yeah, it's like I remember that night. Ouch,
Yeah.
dude.
Like there was a fucking post I saw where it was like um in that song, there's a part where they go, so and so is a real estate novelist. He never had time for a wife, and then someone else, I don't remember the next person, but they're like the person's like, those two guys are gay. And then they're like, well, what if everyone in that bar is gay except for Billy Joel? And so like they're just like, why does he keep showing this straight dude playing the piano just keeps showing up?
Right. That's so funny. I like that. All right. On to our news. Massive news week this
Yeah.
week.
All
You go ahead and do yours, buddy.
right, so we got some casting news. Marvin Jones the third is gonna play Tombstone in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Apparently, he played a character in Black Lightning that was like it's very much similar to Tombstone. So everyone, and it's like the person that everyone's been like, this guy needs to be Tombstone. So it's like, all right,
Well, you know why they're saying that, right?
because he's albino, right?
Well, no, he voiced Tombstone
Oh, okay,
in the
yeah,
Spider-Verse movie or
I
whatever.
gotcha.
So
So
it's
there's
like, well,
that
that's
too.
kind of cool though.
Yeah,
And I looked up a picture of the guy. I'm like, yeah, looks like Tombstone.
needs to get rid of that terrible beard, and that's coming from me with a terrible beard.
Well, maybe they'll clean him up, give him a shave.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked about this a long time ago about DC bringing Vertigo back because it never should have left. But um, I saw a rumor that DC is going to announce that at New York Comic Con this year, and um, they're going to announce that Ram V is going to be doing a series as like the launch for it. So, uh, I guess somebody ran into him at a convention over the weekend, and he was talking about how he was taking a break from superhero comics except for an upcoming Batman title, and he was going to focus on his new Vertigo project. So that should be pretty cool. Also saw so James Tynion, I guess, pitched something is killing the children for Vertigo, and they said no. So then he took it to Boom, and obviously it's like, boy,
Hmm.
you guys fucked up because that book is massive, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, his like his nice house by the whatever he's doing currently is going to be done at Vertigo, but he's even said that he prefers like the creator rights that the other like Image or whoever gives him over DC, even if it's an imprint. So I don't really know how that will affect his stuff going forward, but I don't know. People seem to think he's going to be doing stuff for Vertigo. And
Really quick, I just want to say, and I want to get your opinion too, since you're a big fan of it. We had seen a post that Ram V had posted. I had sent it to you of the Sandman,
mhm,
like Wesley Dodds Sandman. And I'm wondering, he's like, oh, it's not a superhero book. Sandman, if we're splitting hairs, isn't really a superhero. He's a detective that wears a gas mask and, has the, alter ego. What are the odds, do you think, that he could be doing the Sandman book?
I don't know about the odds, but it's what I want more than
Yeah,
anything. So,
like, I'd say it's probably pretty low,
yeah,
but it'd be pretty fucking sweet.
it'd be so fucking sweet. Yeah. But we also just need we just need Vertigo to let Matt Wagner finish that book.
Yeah,
So, now's the time. A couple other things for that Vertigo announcement. Dennis Camp, Kyle Starks, and Chris Condon all apparently have stuff in the works there. And um, so like Rick Veitch, who was on Swamp Thing back in the day, like his stuff got canceled pretty abruptly. I guess the final publication of his Swamp Thing number 88 is going to be put out. With Veach adding three planned but canceled issues to come out as well. And that's from nearly 40 years ago.
that's pretty awesome.
It is awesome. I hope that that's true. Whether it's good or not, I don't know. I've never read any of his Swamp Thing,
Yeah,
but that could be pretty cool. And then the last thing about that, so Gretchen Felker Martin, who was the writer of Red Hood that got canceled, they posted on Blue Sky that where's the quote? It says, so the gig at DC is over. I imagine the original horror comic I had cooking with their creator-owned imprint is gone as well. And it's like, well, yeah, probably. But it sounds like they had something planned for Vertigo as well. So,
I'm curious how that works though. If it's a creator-owned thing, and DC's like, yeah, we don't want you around here no more. Can she just be like, okay, hey, boom, hey, Image, you know?
well, probably, but now it's like it was guaranteed with them.
I
It's
gotcha.
not guaranteed with the others. So, and who knows if they'll want to after you know, all this shit that's happened. So,
Yeah. Well, with Image, I don't think Boom is like the one where I'm like, yeah, that might be a different, but Image, I don't think they cared because it's, 100%, isn't it like 100% the creators really? So,
yeah. But I mean, they're still like putting up the cost to have it printed and whatnot
yeah,
too. So, okay. And then this is the coolest news regarding the comic industry that I've heard in quite some time. Starting in December, Image Comics is implementing a new practice that all trade paperbacks and collected editions will only be available at comic shops for the first month before they go to Amazon and other places.
that's pretty awesome.
That is pretty fucking awesome. I hope that that works out, and I especially hope that the other publishers do the same.
Yeah. I doubt
So,
they will though because Money.
Oh, I agree. I agree. But if it gets enough hype, you never know. They might.
Yeah,
So we'll see. But I think that's pretty awesome out of Image, and like I truly applaud them for doing that.
hell yeah.
And that's the news, baby.
Let us know down below, guys. Are you excited about that news with Image, or are you just like, no, fuck local comic book shops? Let us know down below. So what'd you read this week, though? Oh, buddy.
I read Daredevil number 25, Superman number 30, The Mortal Thor number 2, New History of the DC Universe number 3, DC versus Vampires World War V number 12, X-Men number 22, Black Cat number 2, All New Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider number 2, Viking Moon number 1, Pale Knight number 5, and Absolute Wonder Woman number 12.
Did you have to say Justice League?
No, I guess I just did not grab one.
Yeah, you read a fuck ton this week, though, man.
I did. It was a lot.
So, Death of the Silver Surfer, issue 4. Green Lantern, issue 27. Not gonna lie, just gonna say this. Hate the cover. Like, I think that's ugly as sin, personally, but whatever. The
Yeah.
Thing, issue 5. Godzilla destroys the Marvel Universe. I got all the variants over here, so I'm gonna show them too. So I had read this one, but I also have, because of a sweet boy that works at a comic book shop named Mike, I got this one. I like this one a lot.
It's cool.
I think it's so sweet. Uh, Hydra. And then that one is so stupid and awesome. I love it.
Yeah. Not even an Iron Man fan, but I was like, man, this is cool as hell.
Yeah. It's like I wish they did that in the book because it's like they're doing fan servicey fun stuff, but it's like boy howdy. Wish they were doing shit like that, but I don't think they have the rights to do that, you know? So that's like part of the issue. But and then Justice League Unlimited, as I mentioned, Daredevil, and then Superman issue 30.
Okay,
I think old Jakey Poo has more than me, so he gets to go first.
I'll do a couple. I'll talk about these two briefly. Pale Knight, number 5 by Peter Milligan and Val Rodriguez. It's pretty good. I think more stuff happens in this than has happened in the other issues. So that was pretty fun. And I think it's only got one more to go, but been a fun series. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10.
Nice.
And then Viking Moon number 1 by Joe Pruitt and Marcelo Fruzen. It was okay. It's uh it's Vikings and werewolves, but it's just a lot of setup. So I'll probably give it one more and see how it is because I should be all about this.
Yeah,
But
I was gonna say like those are two of your favorite things.
yeah. So I'm gonna give that one a 6.
All right. So, Death of the Silver Surfer. This is by Sumit Kumar and Greg Pak. It's fine. It's like, oh yeah, if you really like this new character whose name I can't remember, this is another issue for you because she's in it a lot. Yeah, they're still dealing with the Blood of Galactus stuff, and she, kind of becomes a good guy in it. Her mom dies, spoiler alert. So they're like, well, you know how to make someone heroic. Kill their parents or their parental figure. So now she's gonna be the Silver Girl, maybe. Maybe that's what they're gonna call her. And then Silver Surfer's mad, and he's like, "Ah, humans suck." And so we'll see how the next issue goes.
And then the
It,
cops shoot into a crowd of school children.
I hope so. I mean, those kids had it coming, the little assholes. But yeah. So I'm gonna probably go with a 6 out of 10.
All right, Absolute Wonder Woman, number 12. It's by Kelly Thompson and Hayden Sherman. It was fucking awesome. It was the final issue of this Magic Maze arc. Um, the Minotaur is cool in it, and then Diana fights this Atlantean chick, gets a cool water trident that she uses, and then at the end, her sister Io, her fellow Themyscirian, however you'd say that, gets teleported away from Diana to Themyscira, and Io tells Hippolyta, or Hippolyta, as Casey likes to call her, that Diana is alive, and yeah, and they like ring the bells because I guess they didn't know that, which is interesting because we're made to believe that the Themyscira is not really a thing, and Diana was raised in hell for that reason. So pretty interested to see what's going to happen there, but I think that's pretty cool. And then the epilogue is we've had bits and pieces of this Area 41 black site um, in like I don't know, I guess the director or whoever is walking through like a prison here, and we see like some classic Wonder Woman villains. So you see like a cheetah tail, um, who I think is Giganta that's been like shrunk down a bit, and then like an alligator lady. So I'm pretty curious who we're gonna see next because it's like, man, this project site is just full of villains that they could use for quite some time, but it ends on the director going to this cage here. I know it's kind of tough to see. And she says, it looks like you're finally going outside, Zatanna, because I'm going to send you to kill a witch. So it's like,
Oh,
okay,
damn.
first absolute Zatanna. We'll see what happens there. But a fight between her and a pretty decent, mage and Diana should be pretty fun to watch. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that book. But yeah, this book's fucking awesome. 10 out of 10. Probably pick of the week, but there were some good ones this week.
Yeah. Well, next up, it's old Green Lanterns, the Starbreaker Supremacy, Part V, issue 27. And I didn't notice that. They went to, it starts off with John and Hal at a diner, and it's O'Neill's. So that's fun.
Nice.
But yeah, it's basically like, oh, if Hal's like, if you save the world or the universe, John, you get to buy. Otherwise, I'm buying. It was like one of those things where like the friends are like, no, no, I want to buy. No, that type of stuff. The bad guys are all coming, and John goes to the prison cell, and he's like, hey, you guys want out of here? Well, promise to help us. Be good boys and girls and help us. Like, otherwise, they'll kill you in the prison cells. And they're like, okay. And so then the baddies are all gonna help fight. And then John was like, gotta sacrifice myself to relight the lanterns. Hal owes me dinner. Ha ha ha. And he's like, free dinner, guy. Or no, I owe Hal dinner, so I gotta pay. Ha ha ha. And he then, relights the lanterns, and everyone's like, oh, John's dead. He's not gonna be dead. And then there's some stuff with Kid Lantern's gauntlet, and
Oh, cool.
yeah, I mean, she's getting better, but that's also the same thing as being like the worst fucking thing you've ever seen. It's like, oh, it's not as bad as it was. Still not good, but this was fine. It's like, yeah, it's building up for the next issue where stuff's actually gonna happen. I'm gonna go with like a 7.5.
All right. All new Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider number 2. by Stephanie Phillips and Paulo Villanelli. Um, it's good. I like the art. It's basically like a showdown between Cindy and whatever this other symbiote is trying to kill her. And Cindy gets hurt, put in the hospital. So Gwen and her boyfriend, I don't even remember what he's going by, maybe like Black Tarantula or something like that, are trying to find this other symbiote. And, at the end, they do. It looks like they might throw down with him. But here is something that was annoying because it should have been caught. Here's the cover, right?
Hmm.
Next issue, number 3, same fucking cover.
Yep.
Doesn't matter, no, but it's like I do like to know what the next one looks like. It's fun.
Yeah, I mean
So,
it's almost as dumb as the Daredevil covers this time around, where it was like th- we just ended the things with this bad guy, and then like John Mayer Jr. is like, I didn't read it. I'm just drawing what I want.
yeah. Well, I it was never fun to look ahead on his
Yeah.
covers. And then I'll go ahead and do Black Cat as well, which Adam Hughes does the covers, and it's like, did he have to make her boobs like that big?
Yes.
Anyway, it's by G. Willow Wilson and Gleb Melnikov. Um, it's fine. It's fine. She goes and stops some robberies from happening, and then Tombstone and Sandman are up to no good, and then Black Cat teams up with Daredevil to fight a vampire. Um, so yeah, good time. Nothing too crazy. Definitely gonna at least continue with one more issue until it starts to suck. So I'm gonna give it a 7.
Nice. I like to think Adam Hughes drew one version and G. Will Wilson's like, need more cleavage. And he's like, fine. Here's the one that I drew for myself. And she's like, perfect. Okay. So The Thing, issue 5 by Tony Fleeks and Justin Mason on the art. It's fun. The kids got explodey powers and it's kind of revealed what was going on. They were taking kids with powers and scraping them and like using those powers then to give to other, non-powered people for money, that type of thing. And so the thing gets her back to her mom, and he's like, "Hey, I'm sorry about your brother." And she's like, "He's in here." And like, oh, the dude's there with a sling on. The girl starts freaking out. She's about to fucking blow up. The thing talks to her, and then he's like, he grabs him. He's like, "What the hell were you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, I just gave her to the. I thought that they were going to try to help her, the kingpin." And they gave me some money and and so like she was gonna blow him up and the thing just talks to her and then he beats up the bad guys and then at the end he gives the mom and the daughter a card. It's like, hey, it's the Fantastic Four. I'm pretty sure he's very reachable. I don't know if you really need a card to get a hold of him, but whatever. And he's like, hey, just so you know, I know Reed Richards. It's like, yeah, you could also probably like Professor X too. And I don't know if this kid's a mutant or not, but a little kid with explodey powers, maybe talk to the guy that trains gifted youngsters instead of the guy that doesn't really like to talk to people. What do I know? And then the thing shows up, kicks down the Kingpin's door, kind of yells at him, and Kingpin tries to be like, "Hey, I'm a tough guy. You're just rocks." And but it's like, what are you gonna do? Come on, like think about it. And that's just how it ends. It is kind of like this book, like they they seem like they tried to fit in a lot of stuff. Sorry, I'm boring you. They're trying to fit in a lot of stuff in like 5 issues, and you know. It is what it is. It's fine. I'm probably gonna go like a 7.5, 7.5 for the series.
Okay. X-Men 22 by Jed McKay and CF Via. Um, it's pretty fun. There's a little bit of confrontation between Magic and Scott because last time, while Scott was arguing with that cop or whoever, Magic took some of the X-Men to go kick the shit out of the upstarts. And of course, Juggernaut ended up killing one of them. So that doesn't really sit well with Scott or Beast. And, then what's his name? Doug, Ramsey, Warlock, and the other new gals show up and they're like, we want to be X-Men. And Scott's like, okay, well, are you like the Doug Ramsey I know, or are you the heir of Apocalypse, Doug Ramsey? And he's like, a little bit of both. Like, okay. And Scott's like, well, I'm gonna leave it up to a vote. And I think everyone says yes except for Beast and who was the other one? Hmm, can't find that fucking page now. Oh, Zorn? Is he the guy with the helmet?
Yeah.
Yeah, both of them are like abstain. So anyway, they join the X-Men and then immediately like everybody gets like a bad headache or something like that, and it says the Age of Revelation begins. So I don't know that I'm gonna continue because it's like, boy, that seems like a whole bunch of shit to get involved in that I don't really want to get involved in. But uh, kind of a shame because I was really liking this series. But this issue was still pretty fun. So I'll give it a 7. But probably done with X-Men again.
Yeah. That's basically what I was like. I saw that was gonna happen. I'm like, bye.
Hmm.
All right. Godzilla Stories of the Marvel Universe, issue 3 by Gary Duggan, with art by Paco Medina and Javier Garron. And so basically, last issue, Doctor Strange teleported Godzilla away. So Godzilla is like this in the astral plane for decades. Ancient demons, this is what it says. Ancient demons died, met their doom, and were trampled and burned. The kaiju was a wave of destruction emanating from Earth, and the dread Dormammu could ignore him no longer. And so Dormammu's like, "Wow, what are you doing here in my place?" And then Godzilla's just like, "Skronk," and he just blow. And Dormammu's like, "Get out of here!" And he opens up a portal, sends him back to like sends him to Madripoor. And so Wolverine is like, "Hey, Jean, can you send the X-Men? Because there's a giant monster about to destroy my new bar in Madripoor." And so this was like Nick was telling me about this before I saw it, and it was so funny. So like they toss, they do the fastball special. Wolverine goes right into uh, Godzilla's chest. And he's like, my claws aren't doing anything. And Magneto's like, well, hey, with my help, they will. And he just like turns the Wolverine into like a fucking adamantium drill. It just like goes right through Godzilla's chest.
Holy
And
shit.
yeah, it's like Godzilla then dies for a couple seconds and then gets back up and then he just fucking shoots his fire breath at Magneto. And Magneto's like, holy crap, I can feel this through my force field. And yeah, so then they try all this different stuff. They shoot fucking hot sauce, like they have a hot sauce barrel and they blow it up. There's a big casino that's got like these big cards. So Gambit like uses his power and they throw all the giant cards at, Godzilla and that doesn't work. But fucking um Black Panther's working on something, so he's like, Professor X, send him my way. I got a plan. Because he's working on a giant mech. Because the first issue, there was some once the special vibranium that Mole Man had that actually hurt Godzilla. So he's like building a giant mech, and then he also is like, hey, Bruce Banner, here's some Pym particles. Go fucking crazy against this guy. And so that's gonna be the next issue. He's like, he built some fucking giant weapons. I loved it. I'm gonna go 9.5 out of 10.
Nice. Oh, thanks for muting now.
Fighting for my life here.
DC Vampires World War V, number 12 by Matthew Rosenberg and Otto Schmidt. It's the final issue. It felt pretty rushed, but it was still a great time. So basically, Dr. Fate and Constantine and Deadman do the old switcheroo, and they take Scott and Barta's baby and replace it with a dead man who had been inhabiting a baby. And they're in the house of, is it mystery or secrets?
I think it's secrets.
Okay. Um, they basically also, with the help of Alfred, faked Damien's death and brought him there too. Like, we want you to train this baby to be the weapon to kill Darkseid because you were trained as a baby to be a weapon of mass destruction. And Darkseid can only be killed by, a member of his
A
family.
baby. Oh,
So, it's the old hyperbolic time chamber. We get a little bit of a montage of Damien training this girl, and uh and then it happens pretty quick. She comes out and basically cuts off his head. And then Wonder Woman, who is the leader of all the vampires, decides that she's going to betray humanity now that Darkseid's dealt with. Uh, and Supergirl is like, "Hey, Green Lantern Alfred, I need you to give me like some really big chains and chain the Earth and then give me the other end." And he does. And she just pulls the Earth to the sun and burns up all the vampires.
nice.
And then Green Arrow is like, "Okay, time to get to work to kill any stragglers." And that's kind of how it ends. And then the final backup was pretty fun. It's by Andrew Klein and French Carla Magno. And it's all about the haunted tank, which I haven't seen in quite some time. So that was pretty cool. It's just the last guy, the last crewman alive on the tank, and the ghost of is it Grant or no Sherman? I think it's Sherman, maybe. Yeah, General Sherman. And it's just them manning this tank, blowing up vampires and shit. And they find a girl that needs saving, and then they eventually run into the Justice League. And he's like, "Hey, we could use you on the League since the League's kind of decimated right now." And he's like, "Nah, I got my own mission and a new crew to train." And it's him and the girl. And they ride off into the sunset. So it's pretty cool. Yep, I like this book a lot. I just felt like instead of just having that girl come out and cut off Darkseid's head, there could have been a little bit of a fight there.
Yeah,
Uh, but even still, I'm gonna give it a 9, and uh, I think a 9 probably for the series because I quite enjoyed it.
nice. It did sound rushed though, but it's like Supergirl. You could have just pulled him into the sun at any time.
Well, the one thing I left out is they where they're at is like a place where Swamp Thing is at the moment, and he does something with particles to, I don't know, coat the vampires in to make them science shit. I'm
I
just like,
gotcha.
okay, sure.
All right, so Justice League Unlimited issue 11 by Mark Waid, Carmen D. Giandomenico on the art, and it's good. You got the parademons that popped out of the mommy parademon in the last issue chasing around Mr. Terrific. You get Power Girl and um Captain Atom and Geoforce and stuff fighting that thing. And then yeah, the time trappers fucking dying, and so yeah, they come up with a good way of winning stuff, and old oh and your new favorite character, that wolf fire guy. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Like the one thing, it's like the way the time trapper gets fixed, it really is stupid because it's like I'm gonna spoil this part for you because it doesn't matter because it's like whatever. But they do this big thing, and this whole time Metamorpho's trying to save the time trapper. He's trying to save him, but he's like, I'm having all this fucking trouble. And then the time trapper just gets up like, oh no! I'm better. Like that's basically it. It's just like, oh, okay. It's like, oh, what was the point in that, bud?
Yeah.
It's like, well, we needed this. We needed that so it could have, the extra issues of the stuff going wrong. So we needed to have him messing around with stuff, I guess. But yeah, so it's a fine issue though. I'd probably go with an 8.5.
All right. New History of the DC Universe number 3 by Mark Wade, um, Dan Jurgens, and Doug Mankey. But yeah, I'm not gonna go through all of it because it's a fucking history book and it's a big one, but I liked it a lot. It was super cool. Art was solid for the most part. There were a couple of spots where I was like, eh, but I just like reading about the history of these DC characters. I think it's very fun. So, 9 out of 10.
I heard that they did a little bit of retconning for Jason Todd for the main continuity instead of so like prior to New 52, Superboy Prime punched a hole in reality, and that's how Jason Todd came back to life. And in this, they're like, that's fucking stupid. They just went with the New 52 story instead,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean they talk about Prime in this, but yeah, they did change that up.
which I'm fine with because it makes a hell of a lot more sense than Superboy Prime punching a hole in reality and then Jason being stuck in his coffin and then still having to, be taken in by Talia. So it's like, well, just skip that part.
Yeah, for sure. Um, okay, then I think I have the Mortal Thor and then Armiches.
All right, sounds good because I just got our Mewtwo's.
Okay. Mortal Thor 2 by Al Ewing and Pascal Ferry. But yeah, so this is really good. Thor basically goes and finds the remaining members of that gang that he fought, in the last issue to beat him up. The part that gets me, it's like they're talking, the members, and like, yeah, those two guys are in a hospital, and the other guy, he's not looking so good either. I'm like, hospital? Those guys are fucking dead. He like caved in their skulls with his hammer.
That's why he's not looking so good. His eyes don't work anymore.
It's just like, don't try to convince me that these guys aren't dead just because it's a Marvel comic.
Right.
And anyway, while he's fighting him in this issue too, he like basically just ties a rope to the end of his hammer and is like throwing it and shit and then using the rope to like bring it back to himself. And I'm like, that's actually really cool
Yeah,
because
it
like
is.
those instincts are still there for him to do that stuff. So that was pretty awesome. And I really like this. The first time he has it like come back and he catches it, he had Pascal Ferry draw it like Jack Kirby did back in the day.
Oh,
Like that
nice.
is just a Jack Kirby pose.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool. Did I even show that or did the camera fuck it up?
I could see it. I just couldn't see his head.
Oh, well, that was stupid of me there.
Nice. Yeah.
But like the hand is very giving as
Hmm.
well. So yeah, um, pretty cool. And then at the end, oh man, the Roxxon guy is talking to somebody on the phone, and he's like, "But you're right. I am, as you say, the head of the snake. In fact, I'm the entire serpent. But let's not stand on ceremony. Call me Blake." And it looks like Donald Blake and he's got his staff, but the head of the staff is like a little snake head. So it's like, oh, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And so I guess Donald Blake is the head of the Serpent Society in this book, which should be fun.
I'm trying to remember because they brought Donald Blake back in a Matt Fractions run. I'm trying to remember what happened to him.
It's been it's been like 10 years since I read that series,
Yeah.
so I don't know. But I mean, the last thing we saw Donald Blake in was Donny Cates' run, and he was doing some crazy shit with them there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But anyway, it's fucking cool. It's another 10 for me.
Nice. What order do you want to do these two in?
I don't care.
Okay. Fine. You just don't give a fuck about this podcast. I'll go Superman and then Daredevil.
Okay.
So Superman issue 30 by Joshua Williamson and Dan Mora on the art. Yeah, so Superboy Prime is fighting with Superman a little bit, and then we kind of get to hear the whole Evil League monologue. Get some weird Lex Luthor stuff, and
Okay. Is he supposed to be fighting Karate Kid there? Or is he
I don't
fighting himself?
I don't know who the hell. My thought was it was just some random guy, but actually now that you mentioned Karate Kid, it's 100% Karate Kid.
Well, Lex should not be going toe to toe with Karate Kid.
Not just go toe to toe, but completely turn his head around.
Yeah.
Because yeah, you look at the costume, that's like evil Karate Kid for sure.
Yeah. But
Um,
the vest gives it away 100%.
yeah. And then, I'm going to say this too, just speaking of people, Booster Gold, he's lost a lot of weight, but still has those fucking muscular abs. Looking good.
Good for him.
Yeah. He's like, I do a lot of core work up, tied up.
It's the only thing he can do when he's tied up.
Yeah. And then, Superboy Prime, Superboy Twink, he was gonna kill Booster Gold. He's like, Dan Jurgens is gonna be so mad. I was like, that was pretty funny.
That was funny.
Like I hate breaking the fourth wall shit. I think it's lame. But I'm like, every once in a while it can make me laugh. But yeah, so he becomes a hero at the end, gets his whole heroic moment, and breaks reality with his punch like he likes to do. And I'm just like, I'm left going like, okay, so we just saw Superboy Prime literally punch a hole in reality again. Like, and then I'm supposed to believe he's gonna have trouble with the Legion of Superheroes. It's like, okay, if they have an evil Mon-El, that could be a tough time. But that's it,
Hmm.
And like, and connect in the canon of things, Superboy Prime fought someone that was like Mon-El, but they also had the Green Lantern is Ion, I think. Green Lantern's superpower thing. So he had that, plus he was like the Mon-El, and he fucking beat him because it's Superboy Prime. So I'm supposed to believe this guy is gonna have trouble against that team. Doesn't make any sense.
Well, we saw Lex kick Karate Kid's head clean around, so
Yeah.
it's whatever.
I do like this guy's face here. Made me laugh.
Yeah,
But
pretty
what'd you think of it though,
predictable.
man? Yeah.
It's like we knew Prime wasn't really bad, right?
I mean,
Um,
he's still terrible, but he was gonna be a good guy this time.
yeah. But yeah, I agree with everything you said. Art's pretty. It's still a very fun time, so I like that I read it, and we'll see what happens next.
Yeah, I'm probably at an 8.5 for it.
Yeah, I give it an 8 as well. And then finally, we've got Daredevil number 25 by Saladin Ahmed and Jose Luis Suarez on the art. Art's pretty good. Um, Daredevil and Elektra track down Kingpin and fight him, and he claims that he is going to become God. And then the series ends.
Yeah.
And that I realize they're probably just going to relaunch, but man, that grinds my gears.
Yeah. And Saladin did say he is done though. So it's gonna be a new creative team.
Well, that grinds my gears even more.
Yeah. It's just kind of like Saladin did a bunch of stuff and then now he's like, well, I have to bring it all back to, so that the next writer can just have it all be the status quo. It- so yeah, I was kind of let down with this issue.
Yeah. Because, like, he never reconciled with Foggy.
Nope.
Uh, in the last couple panels, Elektra decides, oh, okay, yeah, let's be together.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we doing?
Yeah. It just was kind of a rushed mess in my opinion.
Yeah, really, really bummed about it. Again, the cover,
Awesome. Look at that. Look at Daredevil. Great.
it shows Bullseye and She-Hulk, and I have no idea who's in the top left corner. None of them are in this issue.
Right. I think it's Wolverine in the top.
Okay.
Those mutton chops.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's just like, was he forced off the book? Because he didn't get to wrap up anything.
Right.
I don't know. It really sours my overall thoughts on the series because
Yeah.
nothing gets resolved.
Yep. I'm probably at a 6 for it.
I'm gonna go five, I think. It makes it tough for me to suggest it to people now.
Yeah.
It's like you're not gonna get a payoff. The stuff
Yeah.
that's in there is neat, but what's the point?
All right. What are you excited about though, man?
Um, let's see here. Probably Batman. Um, what a great fucking question you've asked me, Casey. Great question. Oh, let's go Adventures of Superman and Birds of Prey.
Kind of surprised you didn't say JSA.
Oh, well, I skipped over that. I would,
Yeah.
yes, that one's on there too.
Did you read the last week? Because I don't remember us talking about it.
No, but I will read it before this issue.
I gotcha. Well, JSA, Red Hulk, and Starship Godzilla. Alrighty. So I was just thinking about this the other day. Um, like Superman. I want to do this with like other iconic characters, so like Batman, pretty much just DC characters, because like outside of Spider-Man, who's the other like really iconic, like Wolverine, iconic Marvel character. Let's be honest, guys. But so to give me like four favorite Superman like odd moments, not like just like yeah that scene in All Star Superman where he saves the girl that's gonna commit suicide. It's like yes, we all love that scene. It's awesome, but go deep cuts with this. And it can be any from any type of medium. Even if you're like the radio show that one time, that was cool. I've never listened to the radio show, but
Okay. Well, I know we talk about it a lot, but I'm gonna say the War World saga just in general
yeah,
because we got to see Superman say, I'm not coming home until I save this whole fucking planet, even if it means I have to be a gladiator. And that's what he does, and it's fucking awesome. Um, Man, I know that scene, something similar to that scene in All Star, and I've talked about it with you before too, but it's in the Black Canary Green Arrow book. where Connor gets really hurt and Ollie is like just sitting there holding him and you see him whisper something and then he says it just a little bit louder, but we still can't read it on the page. And then you just hear him yell, Clark, as loud as he can. And the next panel, Superman, you just see the swoosh, the red and blue swoosh. He
Oh,
comes down and picks
nice.
him up and flies him off to a hospital. And it's just like Superman's always there for his friends. And I love it.
Yeah.
Um, you go ahead while I try to think of another one.
Okay, so one of the ones I was thinking about, Jeff Loeb, and I'm blanking on the artist's name, but every time I talk about him, like this dude just does perfect comic book art.
Ed McGuinness.
Yes, they did Batman and Superman, and that first arc, it's pretty funny because like Batman's investigating something. Superman wanted to talk to him. Batman's like, and like you get both of their things. Batman's like, I hate when he does this, and Superman's like, he hates when I do this, and like
Oh
it's like this
yeah,
type of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And then like there's one part where he's like, you should call me quicker, and Superman's like, we should put that to the test. Like it's just like the way he's like Superman's being playful, but Batman's I mean, he loves it, but he's also like, this is the worst, type of thing. It was a
Hmm.
lot of fun. And then uh another one that I'm like, this is actually really cool. It's actually someone from St. Louis does a comic. Yeah, I think his name's Yale Stewart. He does this online comic called JL8, and I really, really like it. And I mean, it fucking takes forever for it to come out. Like, no joke. This arc has been going on for like the past 5 years. But like John Martian Manhunter accidentally like went into Batman's brain, little kid Batman, and made him relive his parents getting shot. And so he's like fucking traumatized. And so Superman's like, Clark's like, hey, we're gonna go to my house, sleep over. And so he's like, okay, whatever. And so then they go to his house and he just goes home, goes in the inside. He's like, Mom, Bruce is staying the night. And she's like, okay. And then she calls Alfred. She's like, hey, Clark told me Bruce is staying the night. And Alfred's like, oh, great. I'm glad this little freak is having friends. And she's like, no, Alfred. Clark told me. And he's like, oh, shit. And like then he hangs up like because he knows, Bruce has gone through some shit and Clark's being a good friend. I'm like, okay, that's pretty good. I get that.
Sure.
And then another really funny one. This is another Ma and Pa Kent thing, but it made me laugh. And this is what actually made me think about it. So I'm not the biggest fan of the Superman the animated series. I think for the
Interesting.
mo because Superman sucks in it. Like he's so weak, and then it's like, oh no, this bad guy's got my one of my 10,000 weaknesses, gun. And he's like, oh, and then he still wins because it's like, oh, it turns out not that weak to it. Like that was every episode. And he's also kind of a dick at times. Like in the Justice League cartoon, I'm like, there's no need to be this big of a douche all the time, dude. But he like in one of the episodes, it was the League of the Legion of Superheroes, almost called the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, showed up. But the Legion of Superheroes were in the past, and seeing like young Superman, and Brainiac's gonna kill young Superman, and it was like there's a part, and it's so funny and he's like, Superman's getting his ass kicked by Brainiac. And then Paul's like, had enough of this, and he grabs his pitchfork, he like cocks it, he's ready to take it out, and Ma Kent's like, don't be an idiot. You'll get killed. And he's like, she's like, take this, and he hands him a shotgun. I'm like, fucking right. That's awesome. And so yeah, he goes out there, shoots him, and then Brainiac's like, oh, I'm Brainiac, I'm gonna get you. And then as he's about to go grab Pa, he gets shot again, and then Ma Kid's out there. I'm like, that's fucking dope as hell.
You want her on your side for sure.
And then the last one for me, it's like I think I've talked about it before, but basically it was like early rebirth. Superman's thinking back to when he was a kid. Him and Pa Kent are just fucking cackling with each other because apparently the bank foreclosed on like one of the local farmers, like one of the other ones, and he's like, and And like, he's talking to Clark. He's like, and you put their tractor on top of the bank, on top of the bank's building. He's like, yeah. It's like, oh, that's so good. That's gonna teach them to to treat the farmers like this. I'm like, that's too funny. He's like, but don't tell Ma, because she's got a fucking shotgun. She'll shoot me.
Um, okay, so I just had the panel, or was it? I think it's also from that Jeff Loeb series, but oh, here it is, yeah. But Superman and Batman are standing back to back in a fight, and Superman's like, "We're surrounded, you know. I can hear them all." And Batman says, "I think we can take them. Do you think we can take them?" He says, "You always think we can take them." He goes, "Yes, I do." And then they go and fight. And I just think it's like a really cool,
Yeah,
back to back scene. And this was in a somewhat recent Superman book, like within the last two series. I don't know if it was Williamson or Johnson, but Superman saves this boy who has like a little stuffed something. And the kid's like, "Hey, do you want my stuffed animal?" And Superman's like, he's like, "Oh, I think, you're the one that's best suited to watch over him. You should hang on to him." And I don't know. It's just a little stuff like that that sticks out to
yeah,
me most with Superman. So,
hell yeah. Let us know down below, guys. What's your favorite just weird Superman moment? Maybe, Nick's listening, he'll be like, wow, when he was blue and he was electrical powered. Like, okay.
yeah.
Man, I kind of want to see like a weird Justice League of like the Leaguers at their weirdest. So it would be Blue Superman, Hook Hand Aquaman. What else? I'm
Well,
trying
if
to
it's
think.
not Bruce Batman, then John Paul Valley.
Yeah, we gotta go with that because it's like Dick Grayson one would just be kind of the, you know, pretty much the same look wise,
Yeah.
but um, yeah. Let us know some other weirdos that could be in the weird Justice League that we're gonna be pitching to DC in the next week.
All right, guys. Well, we appreciate you hanging out with us this week. Let us know everything Casey said, and we would love to stay in chat, but we have to decide that we really are right for each other, and maybe we'll go find Kingpin before he turns himself into God. Catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Two Worlds Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram at Two Worlds Pod, on Twitter at two_worlds_PC, and on Facebook at facebook.com/twoworldspodcast. You can email us with any questions or comments at twoworldspodcast@gmail.com, and if you would, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Two Worlds Podcast on YouTube.